Welcome to episode 9 of the Unadulterated Amateurs podcast. That's Joel Norden. I'm Chuck Beason, and we got our special guest, Dan James.
Daniel James.
He doesn't deserve the yell.
Daniel James. So, even though we talked a lot of crap about him last week, he came through.
I'm surprised.
I always come through.
I was waiting for the phone call the whole time.
Hey, nice microphone, bud.
He's a gamer, bud.
He's
a gamer.
On a microphone?
Yeah.
The blurry shit we just had going on earlier.
Well, that was testing for a reason. You don't bring testing up on the podcast.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm pulling out all the bullshit.
Hey, have you met Fluffernutter?
Yes.
Fluffernutter has a glare.
I just said that so you'd stop talking about it.
Not from the light. It's from your bald head.
Oh, thanks, bud. Everybody say hi to Fluffernutter.
I don't
Hi, Fluffernutter.
Let me ask you something. Do your views go down when that comes out?
Yeah. As
No,
you can
dude.
see my face going.
Yeah.
Our views are about to plummet because we got Daniel James's face.
Look at this.
They're like,
money maker.
they're like, I guess they'll just let anybody get on podcasts these days. What do you
You
like?
guys announced me a special. I didn't.
Hey, now.
That's on you.
No, you're a very special guest, bud. So despite all our crap talking last week, Daniel, I did that because I knew you would be listening to it.
I did.
No,
I did listen to the whole thing.
yeah, buddy.
I'm a narcissist. I'm like, what are they going to say about me?
So the
of course.
and it wasn't good either.
No, you guys made me sound horrible.
You are horrible human being. For those who just joining, our crew has a slight dark sense of humor, so just bear with us on that front. And yeah, it is what it is.
What do you mean? I'm like the most PC out of the group. All right.
You're the most PC out of the group.
Yeah. Oh, by far.
Dude, if Joel's a teddy bear, you're more like a grizzly.
He's a
Ferocious.
So many things I'd like to say to that, Chuck. So many, but
but you can't.
I can't. So how you been, bud?
Good.
You are wobbling a lot.
What do you mean?
Daniel.
I'm just adjusting the table. All right. This is not a fantastic setup.
Dude, that was what the entire
Testing was for,
What are
Dan.
you doing?
Oh my gosh, guys! I want to apologize to our special guest.
And I thought we were amateurs.
You're really making that name pop
Oh, yeah.
for us.
Do I have like the old 70s fucking wood panel wall behind me? No, I don't.
Yes,
A little bit better.
that's me. Sorry,
Yeah. Then you got a light in the corner like that makes the difference. Like, oh,
you're in a
check this
bathroom
out.
right now, bro. You're in a bathroom.
I'm not.
He's in a bathroom, guys. I really thought that's what you said earlier. I was like, he's like, yeah, I'll be in the. I thought he said bathroom, and I was like, no, that's not a good idea, Dan. And he's like, I said back room, and I was like, oh,
I don't have. Out
I
there,
can just see
bum bucky
sitting on the
guy.
tub
No,
side.
we don't have,
So you've been playing a lot of Dying Light then, bud? That's like
Oh,
basically all
yeah.
you've been doing?
Yep. Not all I've been doing, no. But yeah, when I got time to play.
I just ran into my first glitch on there.
Fun-ass game.
It is fun. It is. I just ran into my first glitch.
There's a lot.
I haven't played it.
Oh, dude. It was a pretty bad one, too. I fought that big dude with the mace. He's like a bald guy that's always with the survivors, Dan. You know what I'm talking about?
Him?
Yeah.
You took a way different path than I did.
Yeah. So I ended up having to fight this guy, and like you're in this little square room basically, and he just swings, and the mace is nowhere near you, and you're just like flying into walls. Super awesome.
Actually, that guy looks like Chuck, does he not?
He does.
Hey,
he
wait a
does.
minute.
Well, a little bit
Reminds me of you.
more of a biker version of you, but yeah.
Yes.
The
He doesn't talk. He just grunts. He goes.
Yeah. He's
he does, dude. He looks like you. I
can do
swear.
that.
yeah.
Little.
Yeah, that's basically that's exactly what it sounds like.
It's you on that game.
But I was
The other guy looks like Mitchell, does he not?
pretty flustered.
That one dude?
Yeah, Mitchell, he was a little bit more into the Misfits.
Yeah.
That he's got that look going, the 80s punk look.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it's a good game overall so far. That's just the first big thing I've ran into that I wasn't a fan of. I mean, I was pretty flustered because you're in this wall and my health wasn't anything at this point, and he's just smacking me into walls. So 3 times I'm dead, basically.
Oh,
3 hits. So you're just dodging and praying to God he can't hit you. It's ridiculous. But yeah, any other games besides that, Daniel?
No.
Anything else?
I want to get Elden Ring because all the good reviews. But
I mean, I got it already. I haven't played it, but I got it.
got
Yeah.
what, Elden Ring?
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately,
After listening to Joel, I don't want to play it. I'm nervous.
After listening to Joel, I want to play it with Joel so I can laugh.
Oh
at him.
yeah, but I
Well,
get
here's the problem. I guess, like,
aggravation. So
the co-op, I guess, for Elden Ring though is you get hit one time, or like, I mean, excuse me, if you get killed and you join my thing, it boots you from my game. So you have to rejoin.
Oh, okay.
what?
And I guess it's
That makes sense.
really difficult
No, it
to
doesn't.
set it up. Yeah, it's a whole thing. I don't know.
See, that's why I don't like it. Right there.
I haven't even got past the beginning part. I came out of the tutorial and I'm like, oh, I'm so excited. And then just gotten dominated. And then I accidentally hit that NPC in the beginning and I can't kill him. And I'm stuck there.
How is that fun? What about
I-
that is fun?
It's beautiful.
sounds-
Getting my ass kicked, life
Here's
kicks
the
my
thing.
ass. I don't wanna do that again.
Oh, coming from Diablo Hardcore.
Hey, what's
First of
wrong with
all,
Diablo?
Yeah, that was your own.
Oh, there's nothing. Hardcore. He's like, if we die, we lose everything.
Yeah,
I mean, sounds
It's the
sweet.
same thing.
risk reward, bud. You gotta
It's the
have
same
it, right?
thing. Except you get a lot more. Let's just say a lot more.
A lot
Technique.
more risk. Yeah,
No technique.
exactly. So what's the point? There is none.
That's because you have no technique.
Well, neither do you. Obviously, you're still in the beginning.
I
so-
played 2 hours.
and got nowhere. What did you accomplish?
But it's a beautiful game. I killed an eagle.
You go.
A couple eagles. I speared those
So
bitches.
proud you must be.
I am, dude. I'm super
Yeah.
proud.
Mhm.
No, it's a beautiful game. It really is. And the bosses are sweet because, well, it feels like everything's a boss comparatively to where you're playing a normal RPG. Because you're just like all the little guys you're facing in a normal RPG aren't really there. There's a few of them, but it's like everybody has a huge health bar suddenly, and then they all have special moves that they're using. So it makes it very unique.
Yeah.
So I'd give it that. If you're a casual player, no, you're not going to like that at all.
Oh, great.
I didn't like Dark Souls, so
I like Dark Souls.
did you?
Yeah.
I couldn't make it very far in it. I'm not gonna lie. Well, I played Demon Souls, so for the PS3, I believe it was, and that
I
was
played a little
brutal.
bit of Dark Souls with my buddy Matt, but
Were you good at it?
he was good at it, and he kind of ran me through things. I wasn't all that great.
How far did you make it?
Probably about a quarter of the way through, maybe.
Not terrible for you.
No, but
Your attention span is.
exactly.
Yeah. I'm surprised you make it through a game of Civilizations. Oh, that's because it's casual.
Yeah.
You can do it while you're eating.
Yeah, that game is fun. That's what I
It
love about it.
Yeah.
While you're eating.
Yeah. Yep.
Hey, Thick Boy Nation, baby.
Yeah, boy.
Buddy.
Yes. Speaking of Thick Boy Nation, first day of being not healthy since my little hospital visit the other last week or week 2 ago, whatever the hell it was. But I had went to Spangler's and I got a brat burger, spicy onion or spicy mustard and onions on there.
You can't not be
Chili.
fat at Spangler's.
I know, chili, boneless wings. Oh, beautiful.
Spangler sucks.
You suck.
You suck. I'm gonna kick him. Can I kick him, Chuck? We don't need a guest bringing us down.
No, we can
I
stare
might-
at
your
my
views
neighbor
might not
Totoro.
be- Not a
Yep.
lot going on here.
Not a lot going on there.
No, just good
Yeah.
looks. You know what I mean? Just good.
Good looks.
They can't bring
Shoot the
you
smolder.
down.
Yeah,
I am loving that goatee though.
Yeah, you're growing around. It's nice and fluffy.
I can't grow a beard though, like a full. I mean, I look.
You could if you wanted to.
No, I tried. I had to shave around here. I'll be honest with you.
Oh,
It
you
was
just
bad.
passed you there?
Oh, I looked. I don't know how to explain. I looked homeless.
That's
Like a
hey,
vagabond, if you will.
hey, it happens. I mean, we might not be patchy on our faces, but we're patchy on our heads. So
Hey,
Oh, that's why I'm wearing a hat.
okay, num-
got him. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, I haven't.
so Dan,
oh,
tell us a little about yourself. I want to know more.
yeah, we need to know
What do you
more.
do? What do you like?
He immediately was like, "I hate you, Chuck. I hate you."
Yeah.
You're being put on the spot now.
How's school going?
Yeah, it's going. I'm on spring break this week. That's why I could do this.
Oh yeah, that's right. What are you going to school for again?
Electrical.
Pretty sure I know, but the people want to know
Yeah,
all
no,
about
all
it.
people.
Basically.
Do you like it?
I do, actually. I didn't think I would, but I like it quite a bit.
Yeah, he's a good electrician. when he actually does it.
Oh,
Yeah, if he ever wants to show up to my place and help me with my
Okay,
basement.
you know what? I was hoping to bring this up. I wasn't going to bring it up, but I was hoping you would make this mistake. All right, you want to know why? You want to know why
Here it
I
is.
don't want to do this shit?
He's lazy.
Yeah.
Because this guy over here, oh, I'm pointing the right one. Look at that. Figured it out. This guy over
Here we
here
go.
and
Fake
all
news.
his bullshit. I'm over at his house. He's like, oh, yeah. Hey, Dan, I need some help with electrical, right? I don't know what I'm doing. I just started the shit. I still don't know what I'm doing, right? And he's got a 3-way switch that isn't working, right? So I'm like, okay, and I'll give her a little look-see-poo. So I get over there, pull the switch out, right? Normal shit. All of a sudden, it starts arcing. I mean, on another level, just bzzz. I'm like, what? And I'm like, turn off your breaker. And instead of turning off his breaker, he just stares at me and laughs because, this is fucking hilarious. I want to watch Dan die.
No, that's not exactly what happened. I said, where's it at?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And I'm like, you don't know where you're
His eyes are like this.
I'm
Spark
holding
fly.
an outlet that is just like a taser gone wrong. And he's just staring at me. And I'm like, he's like, that was amazing. I'm like, no, it wasn't. Nothing
Your
about that
face
was
was.
awesome.
In all fairness, I know where my box is.
See,
Well, here's the thing.
No, I
You're
want to,
working next to it.
Here's the thing,
honestly,
Chuck.
what?
This guy right here. This is what he does. Okay.
There
Yep.
you go.
Here we go. So I'm like, hey, I'm getting rid of a bed. Do you want it? He's like, hell yeah. And I was like, I'll trade you a bed for electrical work. Okay. So then he comes over for guys' night, thinks he can get a 2-for-1. And I'm going to be like running to Ace Hardware and stuff, even though I was already half drunk, which is irresponsible, Dan. Irresponsible. He wants me to work on electric stuff during our guys' night. And then he got mad when I was like, I'm not doing it. And he's like, well, that was your chance.
This is also the
That's
same.
like-
You're
This
you're
is
way
the guy
though, and
that
you tried to
came
blame
out.
me.
Yeah, because our lights are still flickering, Dan. They're
Yeah.
flickering.
Hey, this is the same guy that came out
Different room.
to a gathering at my place for
Here
you
we go.
and just left. Didn't say bye to
Didn't say-
nobody.
yeah, he tried to, dude, you should have seen him trying to run for his truck because one leg shorter than the other. And it was like doing kind of.
It is not, you know how conscious I am of my walk now because of you. motherfuckers? I'm walking to work like my leg is short. You guys play too many mind games.
Yes.
Oh boy, I was.
No, hold on.
Friends.
He plays too many mind games.
That's not
Yeah,
true.
that's fair.
That's not true.
You do.
No.
You and your brother are on another mind game level. I'll
Yeah,
admit it.
We do.
Fuck
Yeah.
out of me when I first met you.
When I
Oh,
get-
Mitchell lives in a cardboard box. You're sitting there reading the paper. Like, I didn't know you guys played good cop, bad cop when I first met you. And all of a sudden you dropped the paper. You're like, what?
yeah, I forgot about that. And I was
Oh,
like,
I didn't. I didn't.
my favorite was when I convinced Dan that my brother was doing cocaine because he was sniffling all the time because of his allergies.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's far.
You know what the worst one was? The worst
Yeah.
one is when I get up at 4 a.m. to move someone who isn't even fucking moving.
You deserved it.
Actually,
That wasn't
no,
me.
that's the worst.
That wasn't me.
Scorpion's the worst.
We'll get to the we'll
That's the worst. you've ever done.
the moving thing was stretched out for so long, and that wasn't even me. That was
No,
Jake, and he's like, "You're gonna go along with it."
Yeah.
It was not me. It was Jacob.
Dude,
and
if
he-
I'd have came over and he'd have smacked that coffee out of my hand.
And quick question: why did he do that to you? Why did he do that to you? Out of curiosity.
That's neither here nor there.
It couldn't have anything to do with him sleeping through going to Walmart with you. And then your boy went with you. And then we were at Walmart and we said, it'd be a great idea. Let's soap his car.
You got what you deserve, bud.
Yeah.
And then I bargained my way out of that one real quick because I'm like, Jake,
You Chuck, missed a golden opportunity when we messed with your car. You should have done that cop thing. You would have had you would have had me on the ropes, man.
call. Yeah, because I forgot about that. Your lead came up to you and was like, hey, there's someone messing with your car.
Yeah.
And you just let it happen.
Yeah.
Get it over with, which is smart, actually.
Yeah.
That was-
I
that
knew it
was
was
You
coming. I'm just
could
like,
have
"What
had
are
so
you-"
much more fun with that.
I could have.
Yeah, but then it just goes, it's my brother. He's going to one up that then.
Yeah. You know how many times I had to
Chuck's
talk
in there
him down out of
playing-
stuff, dude?
Chuck's
You're lucky.
playing Civilizations in his skivvies, and then the SWAT team busts in.
Yep.
Jake's got, I don't know, Jake rigged something up. Yeah.
It'd be war for the rest of your life, Chuck. You'd be screwed.
Yeah.
But
So I made the smart call.
The moving thing, though, what with that, that's why he said Jacob told Dan he was moving to Columbus, if you remember this.
Yeah.
Which is like 3 hours from us. And
break my heart.
then, yeah, he was like depressed and sad because Jake was moving away for like It was ridiculous long time Jake held out on this.
It was 2 or 3
He
months.
stretched it. It was easy, if not more, dude.
I don't think it was more than that, but it was a good 2 or 3 months, yeah. And then it was 4 in the morning. I got up. It's 4 in the morning. I'm up, and I make that little phone call, and he goes, "Oh yeah, it was all just a joke." It is 4 in the morning.
Yeah, I remember waking up and there was like text from you in all capital letters. I was like, "Ooh, hey, whoa, don't get me involved." I was a bystander. I just had to zip.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So maybe Jake is the problem. Maybe he's the dark sense of humor. I antagonize for sure, but I don't know if I have
a dark sense.
Really, the scorpion alone.
Oh, here we go. Okay, well, let's get into the scorpion.
Dive into it.
Okay,
let's see what kind of person you are.
All right, fair enough.
I thought I was getting a cow named Betsy.
You're not afraid of cows. I am not a fan of spiders, bro.
Yeah,
claws on a spider.
Okay. Hold on. So normally, all I did was ask for addresses from you guys to send you guys a Christmas gift. This is what started it all.
Yep.
Out of the kindness of my heart. And then
use the crock pot.
And then Daniel and Paige were doubting me. Paige is his wife, and they were doubting me that I was not going to send something messed up. And I'm like, I'm sending some Christmas gift. I'm like, come on, guys, trust me. And they're like, we're not trusting you. Well, they ended up giving it up anyways. I got the address somehow or another, and then I was flustered that they weren't trusting me. And I was like, that's it. I'm like, I'm going to send something messed up your house. And he's like, sure you will. And then I was like, whatever, ignored that, right? And then what happened was, I think I told you, I was like, I'm going to send a scorpion to your house or something, a spider or something. I don't remember.
You didn't tell me. You started looking up some exotic. You started sending me exotic animals.
Oh, I did. No, positive. So I sent you a Amazon link, which is hilarious that you didn't even know how to use the Amazon link.
You sent me one too for a cow.
Like it's so when you click copy paste to send you the information, it has all the text pre-made. And I just cut out half that text and added whatever I wanted to add. So like rare breed animals, and I sent it to you. But you guys weren't smart enough to figure out it's coming from Amazon, or maybe you didn't click the link. I don't know. Either way, it's hilarious.
I saw pictures of cows.
That's not what happened at all. So
that'd been better. A cow.
So you then, Daniel, you decided to call me on it because Dan was the original one. You weren't even involved yet.
Yeah.
So Dan called me on it and was like, you ain't sending no spider or scorpion. You ain't got the balls. And I went, click.
I couldn't help myself.
I sold some stock, used that stock money to buy a scorpion and expedited it to my house. That's how that went. And then I was like, well, I know Chuck might appreciate a prank like this. I'm going to get him roped in on this. So I was like, hey, Chuck, guess what? Here's your tracking thing for your Christmas gift, which was a Cowboys crock pot, I think, if I remember right.
That's what it was.
And I was like, oh, just so you know, it's a cow. And he's like, bro, I live in a trailer with my grandma. So that was almost more enjoyable than the scorpion thing. At first, I'm enjoying this. And then it showed up right away for you. Yeah. Yours got delayed, Dan. So like your books didn't even show up on time or whatever. Yeah. And then it ended up at my house and I had to go drop it off to you. So it worked out that I think if I remember right, I dropped off your presents and your scorpion at the same time, but I could be wrong on that. Anyways, the scorpion, you didn't believe me still.
Came after scorpion because I was afraid to open the presents because I thought it was something else.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah.
You're right. They were super delayed.
I was on edge.
It was like,
container.
And I remember the mailman came up and they bring it right to you and got a sign for it. And he's like, just out of curiosity, what's in the box? And I was like, a scorpion. And he's like, oh, okay. That's interesting. And I'm like, yeah, my buddy loves these things. And then, so I am the best. So the genius behind this whole prank, though, is you're terrified of spiders.
Oh, yeah.
And scorpions. Big
ones, right? Like regular spiders don't bother me.
It's funny. But at the same time, Dan is too kind-hearted to kill the thing. So, there's no animal being harmed in this at all.
Nope.
So it's a show up to Dan's house, drop it off. I came over and he opened it up. I still don't think you believe that it was in there.
No.
And he opened there's an awesome video somewhere in there. And then he opened it up, pulled it out. He was like, no. Oh, you didn't even pull it out. You were terrified to pull it out at first.
Oh, yeah. Are you serious?
It was only mildly venomous, bud. Mildly.
It's not that. It's to take your fear and then put it in a container and watch it move around. You're
If,
gonna be like,
if I had a video for this, it would be phenomenal.
You
right
had
now.
one. You
I
said it
do.
to me.
Yeah, I don't know where this is at,
there's
but
one on
I
Facebook,
did. I pull it up.
It
Yeah,
brings
there
my
is.
memories every once in a while to refuel my anger for you.
Oh, it was awesome.
Hey,
And then
when it pops up in your memories, we got to bring it onto the podcast.
yeah, well, we will definitely do that. And then we didn't have any of the stuff for it at your place. Besides, you bought a tank because you were. I think what happened was I told him he was getting a scorpion. I was like, it's happening, just FYI. And if I remember right, you were like actually looking stuff up while we were trying to game, and you were like reading up random information about scorpions.
I can't help it.
By the time the scorpion got there, he knew everything he needed to know about scorpions. It was ridiculous.
To an extent.
Oh yeah, yeah. And then we go from his house to Petco, and I bought him like $100 worth of pet stuff for the scorpion he didn't want. Oh, it was worth it.
Dude, he was an awesome little dude. The only reason I got rid of him is because I felt like I wasn't taking the proper care, and like the person that got him, well, that and Paige was like,
yeah. I was gonna say,
him.
I'm like, there it is.
So it started off, man. Well, you remember the video? We got them. I got these tweezers, man. Well, I can't show it. They're like 10-inch tweezers. They were long because I'm like, I ain't touching that damn thing. Towards the end, I did touch it. I never picked it up, but I got enough balls, if you will, to touch it.
Yeah.
Which he kind of like turned around and pulled his claws out. Hercules was his name,
And
by the way. He had huge claws, man.
I was even nice, and I made sure I had someone lined up to take said scorpion and take care of it after everything was said and done. And this is the best part. The person I had lined up was not a bad person when it comes to treating and like taking care of animals, but like their person had a little shady, right? And Dan's like called me like 4 weeks after he has had this thing. He's like, dude, Paige can't sleep. It's ruining us. It's tearing us apart.
It was, dude. You might ruin the marriage.
I was laughing at work because I'm dying, and they're like, wow, you think it's funny you're tearing their marriage apart with a scorpion? I'm like, well, all they gotta do is get rid of it. I have a backup for them. I thought it was funny. Anyways, so then I take these. I was like, hey, listen, I have someone for you. And you're like, nope, I don't trust that person. I won't do it. So then you had him for like another 3 weeks before you found somebody to take care of him, which was another breeder or scorpion breeder, correct? Or something.
Yeah, he was like, so he bred his own crickets and stuff to feed. He had reptiles and stuff like that. He was really into that. And I was like, and I even told him at the door, like, I'm at his house, and I'm like, you're gonna take good care of him, right? Like,
yeah.
like look, man. I
remember somebody was
like, you hurt the scorpion. I'm coming after you.
I don't remember who it was, but someone's like, just take it outside and kill it.
No.
And you were like, I'm not doing that. It's not his fault. Joel's an asshole.
Dude, I have some videos. He was awesome. So there was a small section of time where Paige actually loved the little dude.
Yeah.
And would send me videos of him eating stuff because like he almost looked like Predator when he ate. So his mouth would like come out, open, grab, and then pull back in. It was the creepiest thing you ever seen, but it was cool. Yeah. And I had to make she was worried he was going to get out of his cage, even though it was like a screen top. So at work, I made like this heavy like cage, to go over top of it.
Yeah.
And she was worried about that. And I was like, listen, honey, if he moves that off of there, we're screwed from the get-go. I'm like, we never stood a chance anyways. If he moves that is ridiculous. He's not that strong.
And then the amount of mind games I played over there before I left the house, because they were like put up the aquarium on their counter. And as I'm leaving, I'm like, the cat's going to knock that off and shatter it, right? And guess what? That thing was in their bedroom by the end of the night.
Oh, yeah, it was. Dude, I had such a rough time sleeping that first night. And then I got over it really quickly because apparently tired beat fear very fast.
Didn't Paige wake you up the first night because he was crawling on the ceiling?
Yeah.
Like in the middle of the night, it was like, this bitch is crawling.
He's upside down crawling across.
And she's like, hell no.
People were flabbergasted. People did not like it. I thought it was a hilarious prank.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I was like, Dan gets the whole thing. Like he called me out on not being a man. And then I actually went through with this.
Yeah,
he finds this hilarious. It's dark. People were like, aren't you worried you're going to kill him you get stung by that thing? And I was like, no, it's not. It's a non-lethal scorpion, the one I got.
Well, they didn't look at their scorpion facts.
Yeah. I'm like, he has all this knowledge on scorpions now. He should be thankful, in a way.
I do. The smaller their claws, the more deadly they are. If they have really big claws, they're less deadly. Because you sent me one underneath the largest, like an emperor or something.
Yeah, and I got
one underneath that.
It wasn't like the Asian was something an Asian scorpion or something like that, wasn't it?
Actually, didn't you come over and help me change the cage one time because you were
Yeah.
excited about? Because it's actually a lot of fun. So like every time I would set his cage up a little different.
I helped you build it initially.
Yeah, and then you helped me.
You were mad at me because I had that log that I bought for you too that was like tilted up like this inside.
Yeah, that's where you crawl.
That's how I got to the ceiling.
I actually got what I ended up getting was we were down south in my dad's cabin. I found this turtle shell, and I took that turtle shell and like put it like down because they like to bury under the substrate, which is whatever you use. I don't remember what I used, but I used something that was like friendly to him, so it wouldn't hurt him because there are certain things you couldn't use that would mess him up. But and I'd put moss in there, and that's where he would hide, and it was terrifyingly creepy because you look in the cave, you'd look in the thing, you're like, "Where's he at?" Because he likes to hide. So you don't even know if he's in there anymore. I'm like, I ain't opening this damn. But yeah, you had to feed him crickets. You had to keep his cage like I had to have like I don't know what it's called. I sound ignorant right now, but like to test the humidity in there.
Oh
to show the what the humidity was and temp. It all had to be just right. And then he started acting funny, and I was like, I thought I had everything right. I was like, man, I'm not taking proper care of this guy. And
he basically just overthought himself that he was not taking care of
that. And Paige was like, she had it.
That was mainly the issue. Let's be.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
She was waking up in the middle of the night because like terrified.
She's like, looking up how they can crawl and where they can. I'm like, well,
she's like, look how strong they are.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. She's
like watching Hercules on Disney Channel. And she's like, looks over and he's. So let's go.
I loved it, dude. It was fun to watch him go after crickets and stuff.
Yeah, you told me, you're like, dude, you've got so much hate over this prank. Nobody actually. Well, a couple people did. I
thought it was hilarious.
A couple people were like, "That's too far, dude," and I'm like, "Not for our group."
No.
Everybody's got their own. Like certain people, I would never do this to anybody else. Like maybe you, but I don't even know if I go that far with you because I don't know. I don't know if she's like start crying or something. I don't know.
Are you kidding me?
Daniel,
a scorpion.
Daniel can just handle it a little bit better. He has better coping mechanisms.
Hey, if you come to my house, I'd have a new best friend.
Oh yeah, you would have been salty as hell.
Well,
you come home and there's a cow hooked to the side of your trailer, bro.
Yeah, but he'd have been about it. I have been told that before by a lot of people that I take jokes very well because people mess with me on another level. And I'm
well,
I wouldn't do this to anybody else, but I do it to you. I'm like, oh,
I think the majority of our friend circle that we have is pretty dark sense of humor.
Yeah,
and like we don't really like if somebody else comes in the room, we're not like that. But like you know what I'm saying,
we've gotten to a point where we have to.
I was just happy Paige didn't seem to hate me over the whole prank. That was mainly my concern because I knew Dan was going to take it well. I knew he'd be salty, but he'd be like, at the end of the day, this is a good prank.
Yeah.
But I was more worried about Paige, and she was actually the one taking it out of the container. I feel like she had fun with it. There's actually a video of Dan running, pushed her out of the way, and ran.
Dan,
because he thought the scorpion was going to get flung at him or something. Like we're some kind of savage.
So it's okay. Flung at your wife, not you.
Definitely, she wasn't scared at all. I didn't push her out of the way. I did run though.
Oh, no, never pushed her out of the way. She was like, she goes, "Wow, dick!" It's in the video. I'm gonna pull this video.
To be fair, I get over my fears fairly quickly because I have heights. So for my job, I had to go up on top of those grain elevators, and dude, they're like, I don't know, like 120 foot, some of them in the air, so they're up there. And in the interview, like, oh, do you have a problem with heights? I was like, oh no, because I've been on ladders and stuff, and I wanted the job, so I'm like, I'll do what I have to, right? So I get up there, I'm on the bridge, and the other maintenance guys look back, and they turn and look at me, and I'm just frozen. I've never been like that frozen in fear before. And they're like, are you all right? I'm like, no, no, I'm not. Which I've gotten better now. I mean, the more you do it, I think it's like anything else.
Yeah. I mean, it only took you your first 20, 25 years of your life to get over being afraid of the dark.
I knew it. I knew you were going to drive my bullshit up. I was terrified of the dark.
It was funny the way you described it to us, because we were like, you're afraid of the dark? Like, I was just trying to wrap my head around it. You're like, no. It was more like, you're afraid of being afraid.
Yeah.
It was some wild stuff.
He's got fear of fear.
And then, of course,
brother, if you will.
brother had to, he was like standing in the corn, just like staring.
Yeah. I wouldn't turn my back on the fire. I'm like,
oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah.
No, I've gotten better. I know who was telling me. It was Jake. Was like, we were talking about something because I had to go empty because we live out in the woods, obviously, and whenever we have like leftover food stuff that's like bad or something,
Yeah.
or what didn't
Yeah, like
get
a
used,
compost
whatever.
pile or
Yeah, we just throw it out there because the animals are gonna eat it.
oh yeah.
And, I walked all the way to the back. My wife's like, "You're not gonna turn the light on?" I'm like, "No, it's what's gonna get me." I'm like, if something grabs me out of the woods, we were fucked to begin with. I mean, it's it didn't really matter, hon. We're done. I'm like, I don't see someone creeping around our woods. I'm like, good for them if they
Sitting out here waiting for you.
yeah. So I just
Been hiding.
throw it out there, and she's like, "What?" And I was telling Jake about it, and he's like, "What happened to you?"
I know.
That is not.
Here's what happened. We as a group had way too much fun with it. And then you were like, guess what? Time to get over this.
Hey, you know what? I've been.
I think getting older, you just kind of.
I've never done one mean thing to this guy.
To Dan?
Yeah.
Beg to differ. I'm sure we would think of something.
Yeah, you're gonna make me think hard now. I don't know. You're really not as bad as.
Yeah.
I'm just a nice guy.
Over here and
It's legit. It's like me and Jake are the masterminds of the group. It's like you said, the mind games.
You guys are the worst.
And then we start drawing lines like who's going to jump on our side.
Although I think I figured out you got it from your dad and your uncles.
I don't know if my dad does it exactly.
Your dad has a message through me that he wants me to talk to you about.
Okay. Yeah. We'll wait for that for later.
Why?
You have slowed up on the fuckery, though. I'll give you that.
Chuck's got something he wants to say. Look at this son of a gun.
So
good.
I plan on going hunting this year.
Yeah.
And I was talking to your dad about it. He's like, yeah, make sure you go out with Jacob. I'm sure Joel forgot everything.
Nice. Not true.
Uh-huh. The only thing you know how to do is skin a deer. Well, gut a deer.
Chuck, I had that done in 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Talked about on the podcast.
If it wasn't for me,
what did
you'd still be out there with a dead deer in your garage.
No, I wouldn't. Your brother would have came out eventually.
No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't have came out.
I just got one question.
Yeah.
How did that stick technique work, Chuck? Did that end up working out?
Oh, Jesus. Here we go.
Let's not get into this.
Yeah, let's not get into
Oh, I think we should. Why?
No.
Why? It's the unadulterated podcast. We should talk about it.
You're a terrible person.
Everybody will think it's funny. Look at him.
Negative, Batman.
Negative.
I don't know how the deer ran into your garage just to die. It still blows my mind.
It's wild.
Dude, Dan, you should have seen it before he cleaned it up for that party.
Yeah.
Bad, huh?
Oh,
everywhere.
It was a massacre.
I don't know what happened. It looked like there was a zombie slaughter in his garage. And it just ran in and really didn't do much else. Like, I don't understand how it
bounced
happened.
around a few things, and there was just blood everywhere.
Unreal.
But didn't you call him a city slicker all the time? And then he comes over.
Yeah, and I roll up in a Tesla, get out of the car. 5 minutes. And then I was talking crap to I was telling your dad, and I was like, yeah, he keeps calling me all these things, and guess what? 5 minutes. And now, guess who? First person he calls.
Joel, don't let this suit fool you. Yeah, up in his Tesla. Notice how you had to throw that out. I rolled up in my Tesla.
Yeah.
Well, that's because that's part of the city slicker comment. That's why I said that. You guys are unreal. You just said my walls are from the 70s, and now you're gonna act like I'm bougie. This is what you guys do.
What do you drive?
You are bougie.
Do I just explain this last episode to you again, Chuck? Yeah. I know you have a terrible memory. Do I got to redo it again?
Senior Tesla over here.
I hate him. You could have done it too, but guess what? You didn't.
Nope.
He drives more than I would. You would have saved way more money.
I'm not a city slicker.
You know why though?
Like,
you know why you didn't do it? You know why you didn't do it? Because you're afraid of what people think of you.
Yeah, totally. I want a Tesla.
Dan,
I want one eventually.
His dad would have disowned him.
No, he wouldn't.
Yep.
Over a Tesla?
Yep.
It'd have been kind of hard. He's
right
there.
Oh yeah. Your brother would have been judging you. Your dad.
Sweet. No eggs for anybody.
No eggs. Look at this. Chuck's drawing lines in his own house. He's like, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to get what I want to get. No.
It's not as bad as what Jake did, though, throwing the dollar out the...
Yeah.
Throws the dollar out the window and says, fight over it, peasants, and takes off. I picked up the dollar.
And me and you. Oh, yeah, you picked it up. Yeah. Me and you fought over who wasn't going to get the dollar.
Yeah. Well, we put it under your wife's...
Yeah, and then on the way to church, it blew out of the window. Like, flew off. And I was like, okay. And she's like, what was that? And I'm like... like littering dollars on the way to church. Horrible.
Well, someone's a dollar richer, man. Good for them. Made their day.
It was in the middle of nowhere. There.
You ever found money on the ground?
The snapping turtle that was choking on it wasn't happy, Dan.
Yeah, and that's your fault.
Oh,
really? You killed a turtle,
dude.
Don't make me bring this deer story back up. I'll pull it right back out.
Leave
I
the
want you guys to tell what happened. Man.
We
That's
talked
funny.
about the
That's
whole
funny.
thing on
No, you didn't tell me
episode
anything.
1 or 2.
one.
Was it 1?
With
Yeah.
the stick? You told the stick thing?
No.
No, we leave the stick thing out.
We didn't
of
go into
this.
any details because we're not
That's the funny
explaining
part.
gory
Fine.
things on the podcast, Dan.
It's
Oh
unadulterated.
my God.
My bad.
Unadulterated amateurs.
You said
Amateurs.
shit.
You know what that word
Yes, God. Amateurs. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm telling him.
Sorry. My bad.
He's just taking one word and he's like, this is what we are.
Yeah, we're just unadulterated. No, we're unadulterated and we don't know what we're doing.
Exactly.
I know
Amateurs
what I'm
wouldn't
doing.
know that that's wrong to bring up on a podcast. That's what I'm saying.
It was wrong. It was wrong to bring you on the podcast.
No, I think it was great.
Woo.
Actually, now I think it's a great segue. Let's do highs and lows.
Highs and lows. Yes. I like that. I like the way you think.
Daniel, you want to hit us with your low for the week?
Yeah, go ahead, bud. You start. Guess first.
This podcast has been no,
This every week.
I know. That's my out, and it doesn't work. He doesn't let it. Yeah.
my low. Gosh, why? Why did we do this? Why is this my low? I know you guys warned me beforehand, and I couldn't think of anything because I was trying to think of all the dirt I had on
the highs and lows, man. I'm
I
waiting
like
for
them.
somebody. Yeah, someone's like, "What is it?" Every time I started it, but
Mhm.
does that remind me of church
just
camp?
for this week.
Yeah, just for
Yeah,
this
yeah.
week.
No, forever.
No, just this week, man.
Oh, you don't want to know.
Let's not go that deep.
He's like,
There was this time in Uncle
"No,
Tucky's
I'm not.
birthday
Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna
party.
Woo, Joel, settle down, Joel. Bad. All right. I have a pep talk with myself.
All right, Dan.
Oh,
That low.
oh my gosh. I don't know, man.
Say normally, guys, if you're watching this and you're like, "Oh, cool, I might be able to be a guest on here," and then you see this is not normal. We don't normally torture our guests, but this is a special occasion.
This is Dan.
This is, like I said, once again, it comes back to our dark
Hey,
sense of humor.
Honestly, this is the first guest. This might be our norm for right now.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, pressure.
I got nothing, man.
What's your low,
Hey, don't make me hit the crickets on you.
Chuck? What's your low?
My low is, what was it? Hold on, I just had it. My brain, no work. Oh, my low is that I didn't get as much of my drywalling project done as I wanted to on Sunday.
Oh yeah. My low is definitely going to be my wife's uncle passed away.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a big low.
That's shitty, but yeah.
All right, Dad, your turn.
Oh man, I got one, but it's not something I want to put on the podcast.
That's fair.
It's one of those. I guess my other one would be at work. I had which is kind of a boring low, but I felt kind of shitty. We had a bearing that went out, a fairly large one, and seemed like it was going to be a big deal.
Hey, you want to mute him real quick for us?
I could have changed it apparently and within 3 to 4 hours, but like I said, I didn't know, and they made it seem like it was you can't do it on your own. So I guess that'd be my other low. If I'm gonna I'll use that one.
There you go. That's solid.
That's a
That's
good
solid low. Yeah.
I'll bad for leaving shit for other people. Don't
Chuck. I know I can see you're giddy for a high. Go ahead. What's your high, bud?
My aunt came home from the hospital.
I was gonna insult you, but now
Awesome.
glad to hear that, bud.
Yep. So I got to hang out with her for a little bit.
She came out of the coma.
Yep.
That was a couple weeks ago, correct?
Correct.
And then they kept her in there just to be safe.
Yep.
Monitor things. Good.
And I mean, I think they moved her to a rehab place for a short while, but she's home now.
Okay. Nice. I'm glad to hear that, bud.
Yeah.
I'll let Daniel think of his high while I'm doing mine. My high was I went up to Michigan with my friends I haven't seen in a while with their kids. Brought our kids up. It could have gone a little bit better just because we were excited for the Rainforest Cafe. We went to the aquarium up there in I think it's by Auburn Hills.
Oh, is this what all the pictures were yesterday?
Yeah. So we went up there for the aquarium with the kids. and they had a blast. And then we were coming out of the aquarium. We're gonna eat at Rainforest Cafe, which is like for them, like the atmosphere is awesome. Well, I think it's cool too, but they're booked for the entire day.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, oh, okay. So there was like reservations only type thing. And then we walked around the mall for a bit, went to Legoland or whatever it is up there, and that was pretty fun. But dude, by the end of it, I was whooped. Like 2-hour drive back, I was just like, my gosh.
Well, I can imagine.
Slept like a baby last night though.
I bet.
Daniel, what you got for us?
I got to see my nephew and nieces yesterday, so that was my high. Like I haven't seen them in a while from working and school and stuff. So
yep,
that was actually kind of nice to go see everybody. Got to go to my nephew's birthday party.
Got to get that family time in, bud.
Yeah, that's what I love is family time.
Recoup.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah. Anything else new with you guys? Now that we're done talking about all the terrible things we've done to each other.
There's way more.
That probably is. That was just the surface. Yeah. Those were just the highlights. That was like a highlight reel.
It was. If I had a good memory, you guys would be screwed, and you know it.
Oh, for sure, dude. I would be in trouble.
My memory's awful. My wife uses it against me sometimes. But you said this.
No.
It's like, yeah, I remember you said that. I'm like, I don't know if I said that, but I mean, who am I to argue?
I get that a lot too.
Yeah.
What are you doing over there?
Sorry, bud. I had a bunch of
mid podcast.
Works.
You know what? You know what your problem is? You're not dedicated. You don't even care.
He's just over here playing on his phone.
Yeah. Mid podcast. You see Joe Rogan doing that shit? No, you don't.
That's right.
You just try to compare us to Joe Rogan over here?
You guys hit it big. You guys will hit it big.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
So will you tell Dan to behave?
Oh, what's he doing?
He's being a piece of shit. I'm gonna have to cut a lot out of this podcast page because he's complaining about you a lot.
Oh, dude, if she comes in here,
yeah, he's complaining about you. He said his low was getting married to you.
You said what was getting married to me?
Low. That was his low for the.
No, that's not. No, that's not what I said.
She can't hear you, Dan.
She can't hear you, bro. Don't try to weasel your way out of this one. All right, Paige. I just want to let you know that's what he said.
That's not what I said.
All right.
Yeah, I just want to give you a heads up. As your friend, right. I was torn because obviously I'm friends with him too. But when your friend gets out of line, you got to check it. You know what I mean?
I also remember when you had to guilt him into marrying me too.
You remember? You remember this? Yeah.
I remember you telling him constantly.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember that, Paige. I had to pull some. I had to basically like a little kid grab his ear, twist, and then drag him down the aisle.
I'm talking to her sister. We had to come over their house because my internet's so
yeah.
bad.
I just figured I'd let you know. So because it's gonna get cut, I'm gonna have to cut it out.
Okay.
Yeah, it's terrible. I don't.
You can't send it to me before you cut it out.
I'll send it to you, Paige. I got you.
Okay. All right. I want to hear the crap talking.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
You have a good day. All right. Take her easy. It was good talking to you. Bye.
And to be fair, Dan, that is something Joe Rogan does.
I thought she would come here and tackle me like she did.
That was
huh?
She there with you?
Yeah, she's there with me. I could have died because of you.
That would have been amazing. She just comes in and just clotheslines you.
See it and hear it. Like,
you're staying there, Dan. You ain't going home today.
She's like, see that bathtub? That's where you're sleeping.
Have you heard that video, Chuck, of me getting just pummeled?
That's an amazing. So. Oh, it's good. Yeah.
I was talking crap to Paige and dude. I'm playing video games. I'm sitting like it was like a Bolsu ball, one of them little bouncy balls, because it was comfortable. So I'm sitting on it playing video games, and I was talking smack, and she just out of nowhere, like NFL linebacker style. Boom!
It was amazing. You can hear it, like ooh, like you hear it.
She got the air out of me.
And then he was a mid sentence too, like talking. I gotta say, your guys' relationship is phenomenal. I love it, dude. I could legit talk to them and just call, and they just start arguing over the randomest things. I remember the one time you were hiding in your room. You ate her last pudding or something. I don't remember what it was.
No. What happened was she is spiteful. I sprinkled with a little bit of water because I like to mess around. I like prank.
Is this where you pulled the ice cold water on her while she was in the shower?
That was a different time. That she had coming. So no, she didn't have it coming. That was the that was like a blender pitcher full of cold. She got me back, dude. She took a bottle of water, stuck it in the freezer, unbeknownst to me. This is why, because women are just smarter than men. Let's just admit it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So she sets this up. I'm in the shower, and she opens that curtain, aims at the lower region, right, and she squeezes that bottle. And dude, I've never had something that cold hit me in that spot ever in my life. Okay, no, it was bad. I froze in fear.
He's like, shrinkage.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. He was like in shock. What the hell's going on? Like,
oh God,
on, little buddy, we'll get through it.
We'll get through it. Oh no.
Hand warmers trying to heat her up.
Oh my God. No, you guys cracked me up for real though.
But you convinced me to go. I was in there for 40 minutes, Chuck. 40 minutes. I held the line and I opened that door, dude. She wrecked me with water. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You were trying to hide from her from the getting wet, right? Like she was.
Yeah. If you get her at all.
And the best part, I was on the phone for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Talking to him, like, just go out there, bro.
Talking me into
You'll be all right. It's your wife. There's no way she's still out there waiting. And then as soon as you open the door, no.
Dude, my favorite story is I had one of them Nerf guns. I still have it because it's fun. I would sneak outside and people came over and I'd pop them with it because it's the rival with the balls. And that thing shoots hard, dude.
Yeah.
Way harder than I realized. And I popped out and shot her with it. She takes a lotion bottle, like one of the big pump ones, and just pings it off my back. I was like, wow.
He's like, ah!
It didn't hurt that bad.
No, you guys cracked me up though.
It is. It's good shit. You gotta.
That's why I knew. I'm gonna call and just mess with her. Just to be fair. The listeners, he didn't say anything about her being the low. I never cut anything out. We're good. But I knew she would. I knew she would lean into it too. I don't know if you caught that, but she was like, "Remember when you made him go down the aisle with me?" Yeah, she said that. It's true. Without me, you wouldn't be married.
She knows everything. That's the problem. Is I slip up and forget the things I say. and like the bottle of wine thing, I thought that was your guys' fault though. The reason I told her though, because I was so scared. Like, I'm tired of the blackmail. I'm like, I drank a bottle of wine for a D&D character.
That was ridiculous. I jokingly, was like, I'm like, hey, you chug this bottle of wine, I'll give you like whatever level character you want. And I come back in the room from cooking, and he's like, well, and I was like, oh. Yeah. Well, guess what? Somebody's a level. What was it, like level 18 that you were doing? It took you forever to.
All I know is I was fighting a dragon in the sky, and I about whooped its ass. That's all I know.
Problem. He went with a level 18 instead of a level 20.
Yeah,
like
it was funny though because he actually wasn't happy with it because it was like too much at once.
Yeah,
like you're not getting that natural progression, and then you're doing all this work, and then suddenly you're like, I got to keep track of all this stuff that you have. Whereas you get it slowly.
Anything I wanted, I think you put me like to level 4 or 5, which
that was our wild one shot where like we just did random things. So like you show up first, you get bonus XP. You show up with food, you get bonus XP. It was just like a fun little one shot thing we did, and that was hilarious because you drank the bottle of wine, and I had the video, and it popped up on my Snapchat a couple weeks before they came and got that bed I was telling you about earlier. Yeah, and so it popped in my Snapchat, and I think I sent it to you or something, right? And that's what re-sparked this whole thing. I'm like, oh, guess what? I'm going to tell your wife, like jokingly, right? And I forgot about it. We're sitting at the table here, and I was like, low key, like half talking about that. And I was like, looked him right in the eyes. And then I don't remember what happened, but I was like, oh, I got something on you. And you go, drink a whole bottle of wine.
Yeah, I just let the cat. I was like, I'm done. I'm just
drink a whole bottle of wine. The whole bottle. The whole thing.
I think my personal favorite of him just talking about himself to her was Canada.
Oh, Jesus. There we go. There we go, bud.
Appreciate that one.
Oh, hey, bring up the stick again, Daniel. We got ammo of our own, boy.
I'm mad.
Yeah, he's like.
No, I told her everything there. I did, but I try not to rekindle the flame. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Chuck.
Thanks, Chuck. Piece of shit.
Oh man,
that's funny. Hey, so you're going to Gatlinburg here soon, huh?
Yep.
You excited, dude?
I am.
I've never been down to Tennessee.
Although I'm more of a beach bitch,
you been there?
I do like the mountains.
Yeah, I think we decided. Well, so for the people listening, we basically have been trying to plan a group thing for God knows how long, about 5 years maybe. And it's something big, and finally had the chance, and then it kind of fell through because all kinds of things, seniority for you with your job, and just timing didn't work out. And so we end up all this kind of dude. Yeah, we'll get there one day. We were going to go to St. Lucia. We had a house booked. Then the house was apparently double booked, and we found out like 3 months before we were supposed to go. Right now to this week, we were supposed to be there.
Yeah.
And then this week.
Yeah. Dude. So it all fell through. So now we're all kind of doing our own things. He's going to Gatlinburg.
This is my new low. Thank you for that.
You're welcome, bud. There you go. It's a solid low.
Yeah,
too.
it is.
That's a bummer.
Super low.
That would have been a blast, dude. You don't even know how pumped I would have been. I was for like deep sea fishing and just like hanging out with everybody, because it's us wonderful little moments where you don't get a whole lot of chances to do stuff like that, and you get to brings it a little closer, refreshed. You get some new stories to add into the group collective that you repeat 1,000 times.
Yeah, we were gonna fish in our Speedos, Chuck. Remember that?
Oh yeah, my God, I forgot.
Yes. If you think that was a game, it was not.
I could only imagine.
I promise you that guy's wearing a Speedo. I probably been one too.
Dan,
what?
When are you buying your Speedo?
He was like, we got a plan for the trip for 3 years ago from now.
Matching ones that say best friends, and when we get close to each other, it's like two hearts, and then when you get close to each other, the Speedos will say best friends. You know what I mean?
Ooh, one of us can say best friends.
Yes.
I love it.
Horrible. I'm the one that's got to see this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I'll wear the one that says
if you're going to do it, go all the way, make it funny. Have like a thong back end.
Whoa. Hold up. Wait.
Then we can just get the tattoos on our butts.
There you go. You don't even need anything.
I don't know if someone was wiped good or not. You know what I mean? It's information I don't want to know. Hey, you did this. Your own fault.
No. I'm excited. In July or June, Barbados. Yeah, boy. Yeah. That's where I'm going. Yeah. And then coming back from Barbados, I have a 2-day gap incarceration.
Yep.
Are you going to that, Chuck?
Yes.
Are you going to that, Daniel?
Yeah, we got the hotel and everything booked.
Hell yeah, dude. We're gonna.
Attaboy.
It's gonna be a blast.
It is. I'm a little nervous though, that amount of people.
No, you won't have to worry about a thing, dude. It's just like Silverstein. That you know how they filled in right next to you and you don't even really notice. And you're like, oh shit, there's a lot of people here now. Yeah. It's kind of like the same thing, man. Yeah. And incarceration is like the perfect, like Rock on the Range. There, you have reason to be nervous, in my opinion. Like when we went to that. Because you get those pinch points, man. There's pinch points, and you're screwed. Like
the ones you always shoved me into.
No. You asked where it was, and we pointed to where it was, and you went there.
That's because I asked, where should I go? And then you pointed there.
And I was like, there you go. Go have some fun experience. I think Mitchell took a dive on that one. Sacrifice went up there with you even. And I'm like, well, can't just let this go to waste. So we were like throwing crowd surfers on top of you.
The whole time I'm just sitting there, crowd surfer after crowd surfer landing on my head.
And in that pinch point section, you can't, it's your arms are down or they're up. You're stuck. They're so packed, like tight that you're, it's rough.
My little asthmatic heart was struggling.
Yeah. It's not fun. And we warned you. I was like, dude, when I was in corn, I was miserable. It was corn. We just got there because we're like, hey, first time at a stadium show. Let's go to the front. And we're in the front corner, right where they meets, like they have like that walkway up the middle to separate the crowd. And right in that corner up there in the front is where it gets really bad. And all these people pressing to see the show. And then you're just like stuck in the sea of people going back and forth. And it was horrible. I ended up getting crowd surfed out. People were punching me as I went over top because I'm too big for crowd surfing. And they're like, you fat piece of shit. And they're punching me. I was like, people were trying to take stuff out of my pockets, which that blew my mind. Like I had someone reach in my pocket and I was like, bopped him right in the face. And I was like, what are you doing? Like, what is happening? Now, you never bopped anybody in the face while they're supporting you above and trying to pickpocket you. I'm like, what is happening? Like, I get where you're like trying to hold someone up. You know what I mean? That's fine. Whatever. Like you're grabbing people's belts, whatever you can grab a hold of. I get it.
Yeah.
But when you start putting your hands in my pocket, I look down, you're concentrating and getting in there. I'm like, okay. I'm like, no, we're not doing this.
My favorite crowd surfing moment was when I'm up there and your brother was up there and he got dropped on his head. And then I get dropped on my feet right next to him. Like, I'm two of this guy.
You're like, what up, though? Get up, son. No, incarceration though, Daniel, is like so laid back compared to Rock on the Range, like so laid back. Or Sonic Temple is as it's called now. But like we went, and there's definitely like the crowd gets a little thick. But even when the pits broke out, I was like, I had no problem like walking away. Whereas at Rock on the Range, dude, some of those pits that we saw while she sleeps. That's all right. While she sleeps, and I remember being in a pit that was gigantic, and I'm like, okay, I need to get out of this thing because it's too big. It's a giant circle pit. So I back into the wall, and you got kind of push through to get out of the pit because people are like, don't want to let you through for some reason. I never understood that. Like, if someone wants out of the pit, you let them through.
Yeah.
So they're like trying to push me back in. I was like, So I'm leaning against these people, like, let me in, guys. Come on. They eventually do. They get the hint. And as soon as I lean through, I fall into another pit.
Oh my.
And I'm like, what's happening? So I'm just like running through these pits, and it's like a giant L-shaped pit that goes around the other pit, and there's other little pits behind those. So nowhere was safe. Like, I was in a pit that whole show, and I was like, I don't know what to do besides leaving. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that. So I just had some fun. But I was like, grab an island of people. And you're like, oh, God, please don't hit us. That's basically what it went. But I mean, I didn't see anything like that crazy at incarceration. There were some nice pits, but I was able to step into them, get some fresh air, and like while the people were running by. So it was like nothing.
Yeah.
But it was still really enjoyable. And I think part of it is because it's so dusty there, dude.
Yeah.
So dusty. Like, I'm going to wear my mask next year because how dusty it is. I wore a mask and it was like crap cluttered all along this. My brother wore a mask because it was so bad. I mean, it was horrible.
Incarceration?
Oh, yeah, dude. It's so dusty.
Would one of my wintertime or springtime face shields work?
I'm sure.
Something to put over my nose,
it's
right?
just, and we just didn't, it was still fun. It would have been nice if it rained maybe like 2 or 3 days before that.
Yeah.
And that would have fixed a lot of the issues, I think. So it might have been just a one-time thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
But they have a nice little blend. This year looks a little more, I don't know, like metalish, like typical lineup. Not that I'm disappointed with it, but like a lot of the bands I've seen a lot, like, Korn's there. That's a pretty typical headliner. And I'm like, whatever. They're amazing live. Don't get me wrong. When you see them 6 times, you're like, I'll probably pass and get out early. Maybe. Except Daniel hasn't seen them. So if you're staying for certain bands, obviously I'd probably stay, but there's a nice little blend still. Born of Osiris is going to be there. Oh my God. Machine comes on, dude. It's going to be amazing.
Daniel, you ready for it?
Yeah.
Are you going to go in the crowd, or are you guys going to stay in the back?
Whatever. I mean, whatever paid.
Whatever she's comfortable with.
Yeah, because I know it's her first time or something like that. Mine too, obviously. But I was at that last concert with you guys, and I got to kind of see what like, and
it's a lot easier when you have 6 people though to keep somebody like away from like action, I guess I call it. You know what I mean? So like I remember Mitchell pulled something with his knee because he's had so many issues with his knee, and like basically we were just like supporting him, and we were like, hey, come back, hold the pit. And it's not really that big of a deal.
That was fun, dude.
And for a band you didn't even like, really, not that you didn't like them, but it's not your favorite band. Yeah. And he went to, oh my gosh.
What upcoming concert are you most excited about?
Me?
Yeah.
Riot Fest, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the atmosphere for there is amazing.
It's gonna be a good one.
I remember going there and I was like, okay, 5 stages is way too much. My first thought, I'm like, this is way too much. And then as it went on, like midday, I'm like, okay, this is pretty badass. Yeah. Granted, I was a little jaded Friday because I was with my wife, and I was like, this sucks for her because she's got to go up front with me, or she was doing it because she felt bad because nobody else wanted to walk.
Saturday was a really good time.
But Saturday you showed up, we were popping Red Bulls, boom, boom, boom. We went nonstop, dude. Yeah, like we were on fire.
I was exhausted.
The atmosphere was phenomenal.
Yes.
Yeah, and then even the walk to and from, enjoyable, and like I mean, seeing the city of Chicago was like nerve wracking for me because everybody, of course, it could be just our local people that are like, and they're like, "You're gonna get murdered."
It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't at all. There was definitely some shady parts, but it was shady because it was like broken down vehicles.
Yeah,
and then you're like, "Oh, okay," and you just keep walking. You know what I mean?
How about you, Dan?
What
upcoming concert are you most excited about?
I'm only going to that.
Oh, that's
Incarceration?
You know who I want to see though, really bad. I want to see Ice Nine Kills bad.
Oh, it's good.
You could. They were just around like a week or two ago.
Yeah, I know.
Damn.
Actually, I'm excited. May 7th, going to South Bend, Indiana. Garth Brooks concert.
Really?
Yep.
Good old Garth Brooks.
Uh-huh.
I actually have an upcoming concert I'm gonna try to rope you into.
Oh, okay.
2 of them actually.
All right.
But one's symphonic metal.
Who to what?
Dragon Force. You guys know Dragon Force is?
I feel like I've heard of them.
They all right. You remember Guitar Hero 3?
Yeah, I'll say, yep. I've
Through
heard
the Fire and the Flames.
Yep.
Like the longest song. It was pretty epic. So they're coming around. Yo, it is, yeah. But they're coming around in Fort Wayne. But I don't really care especially about them. The band underneath of them, Visions of Atlantis, which we'll be checking out a little bit later today because they just dropped a new song. It's kind of like, you ever heard of Nightwish?
Nope.
So it's just symphonic metal in a way, and so kind of it's like orchestra mixed with metal, and it's awesome, dude. And I want to just something different to see.
Yeah.
And then there's a pop punk concert coming up in like a week or two, over in like Cleveland area.
You gonna try to rope me into that one?
Yeah, we'll see. See what happens. $20, $25, something like that.
I mean,
I just missed out. That's my low.
What?
No, I have another low, I guess I should say, was that. Yeah, that's a pretty bad. Yeah. No, there was another thing that happened though. So we were supposed to go to a show over in Lakewood, which is right, I think, north of Cleveland.
Yeah.
And nice little area. It looked awesome. And I get off work. Or no, I'm at work. I was like, hey, are we still going to the show tonight? And Cassie's like, oh my gosh, I forgot to get a babysitter, which is no big deal. I was like, all right, well, we'll bring the kids with us. I was like, that'll be fun. We did it with Third Eye Blind. It was awesome.
Yeah.
We got VIP or whatever the heck you call it, seated real close.
Them girls' cuteness got us into the VIP section.
We're standing on the rail. I come back. They're inside the scenes. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Like, hey, your girls got us VIP tickets. I was like, what? So, but I was like, I'll take them with them. I'm like, it's not really that explicit. It's pop punk, you know what I mean? Maybe a little bit, but they're at that age where they're actually really good with, like, they hear a bad word and they're like, hey, I'm not saying it.
Right.
And they'll actually call you on it. They'll be like, hey, that's a bad word. And they don't repeat it. So I was like, we can trust them with that, I think. And so we go, I'm like, we'll go, let's do this. And then right before I leave work, I'm all excited for the show. I'm like, oh, we're going to get these food. There's some tacos that I keep seeing. I think I sent you a video of this tacos from Lakewood. Yeah, those things. I'm like, dude, we're going to hit this tacos place up. This looks phenomenal. They have that beef broth dip for your tacos that are all melty goodness. And I'm pumped. And then I'm like, oh my God, I wonder if they have freaking COVID check at the door. Me and Cassie are vaccinated. The girls aren't vaccinated yet. We just haven't really got around to it or like even looking into the subject to even see whether that should happen or not. And so I'm like, now we can't bring the kids. And I was like, well, screw it. We'll just go for the food. And I got home, showered. We were both kind of bummed out. And I was like, whatever, let's just stay at home. And we all snuggled and watched TV and movies. Still fun. It was a nice little family night, but it was so pumped just to go to it was an $18 show. Bearings, actually.
Okay.
So who we saw in the Canadian band that we saw, first band, I think. Yeah. On the little stage, the Riot Fest. You okay there, Daniel? You're being held hostage. Blink twice. Ah, there it is. Is Paige in there standing there looking at you right now?
No, I heard it. I heard something slam. I was just looking.
Was it the door?
No.
Was it your life about to end?
No. It's like I can sense her presence, you know. I know when to run. I know when to
run. Now's the time.
Oh boy, I can.
It won't beat me on live. Is this live?
No.
Oh, uh-oh. It's live, honey. You can't.
Hey, Joel. Now you got your clip for her.
There it is. Yeah, I'm gonna clip that and I'll send it right to her.
That's fine. Go ahead.
All the terrible things you said about her, the whole podcast, so that way she comes out here.
She's just a bold.
No, like I said, you guys cracked me up for real. Like just your whole. You guys keep each other young. I feel like all the shenanigans you guys pull on each other.
The you guys are really good at work. People are like, that is not like. I'll tell stories about our families and stuff. And
Chuck, I'm not talking about you.
You leave Fluffernutter on.
No,
it was a good time to pet her.
It is. It's awesome.
What is wrong with you?
A lot of things.
Coming. That's like the pot calling the kettle black.
Yeah.
Hey,
He said-
Fluffernutters
yeah.
GameCube too. Game
Is
Boy.
that an actual? Is that an actual Game Boy? Is that just a?
No,
a
my
10.
my Game Boy's over there, and
Oh.
I do have a Game Boy. Teal. Oh no,
I
I think I have teal and yellow. Game Boy Color. OG.
What made you guys decide to do a podcast? Like, what was you just something?
Well,
to do?
we thought it'd be more fun to terrorize our friends on, on
In
the
front of people.
yeah, just like no.
This
I don't
is
know.
fun. I mean, I do like it. It's
Well,
enjoyable.
I thought because he's obviously chatty,
Yeah.
and then we were basically we were struggling. Just some of the mental leaps we've been with a company we've been dealing with. Just like you get burned out, man. It's hard.
Yeah, just a different.
Yeah.
path.
Yep. And then so I was like, maybe this would be fun. Just a nice little swap up, something to do.
Yeah.
And then it was initially all about the podcast. And then now we're having this. I'm loving the music reactions almost
Absolutely.
as much as the podcast.
And shoot, we were talking about doing something along these lines for a couple
Oh
years.
my gosh. Yeah. This might have took off a little bit better if we actually would have started it like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Before the big podcast boom where everybody's doing it.
Aren't you at like 2,000 views, which is actually pretty good, man?
6,000 almost. We're a little short of 6,000
Last
total.
time it was 2,000.
No, just short of 7, I think.
Is that,
now.
is that your
Short of 7?
podcast or most of that from your reaction videos?
Reaction videos
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah. Those are, yeah.
I
Yeah.
did see we got to
They're-
like 940 something views in 48 hours.
Yeah, 900 views in 48 hours. We hit we're at 171 subs, and then like, would you say a little short of 8,000 views total,
Oh,
or
just shy
7,000?
of 7.
Little short of 7,000 since we started the thing in January.
That's pretty good.
Oh,
man.
I think it's just us staying consistent with it and having where it's fun. Really,
Yeah.
I'm having a blast. It's cool. We're hanging out weekly, which I'm sure
This is fun. I like this.
Well,
I mean, that's the only downfall.
and then we'll see what people think about you. If people think you're good enough to come back, then we'll bring you back.
probably
But
not.
they're like, if they're like, like this guy's a piece of crap, why do you have him there? I'm like, hey, listen, sorry, Dan, you got to go. You're no longer our friends.
I'll
No,
just randomly show up to your house next podcast.
podcast is life, Dan. So if you don't make it on the podcast, you don't make it in life.
Hey, I mean, we do have another guest coming next week too.
Look how
Oh
dirty.
my
Yeah,
gosh.
I was joking. I love you,
Wait,
bud.
who's the next guest? Who is it?
It's my buddy Jack.
Your buddy Jack next week.
Yep.
I don't know
So,
that person.
It's gonna be awesome. We're getting closer with our friends we already have, and then possibly making some new ones, and we're just having fun with it.
Absolutely.
Basically, yeah.
When you got
Really?
Jake on?
Yeah, no, I don't know if I can trust that little son.
Hey,
He's out of
Joel,
control.
we'd have to record for like 3 hours just so we
For
can cut
real.
the rest of it out.
Oh my gosh, my brother is just atrocious.
Although
Jake,
I
you're
will
listening. I
say-
hate your face.
I will say
Love you.
that Saturday night I was over there and we were just standing outside for like
Yeah.
4 hours.
Thanks for playing Elden Ring with me, bro.
Sorry
you
about that,
piece
buddy.
of crap. The whole time, Jordan's like, "What are they doing out there?" Midwestern goodbye. They're out there for 6 hours after Chuck's about to leave. I left. You were getting in your car. What happened? 6 hours later, he's still there.
I was moving the car because he said he had another gun he wanted me to shoot.
Oh, gotcha. I was like, what happened? So I'm like trying to connect with him, but he's got, Mountaineer and internet. It barely works, so I can't connect with him. So then I was sitting there playing and something.
You were playing Minecraft?
No, I wasn't actually. I was talking to them.
Okay.
Maybe I did go to Minecraft. I don't remember, but yeah.
Jordan said you guys were all playing Minecraft.
So, we were like, where are they at? And Jordan's like, will you call Chuck? I'm like, that's not going to help. That's not going to help anything. Chuck's already forgot about Elden Ring. He's like, screw Joel. Joel doesn't need help. Meanwhile, I'm crying over there. I was being slaughtered by an NPC that I wasn't supposed to hit.
Well, you shouldn't have hit it.
It was an accident. Honest to God.
This is what happens when you hit innocent bystanders.
See, back in the Skyrim days, I would save and then slaughter everybody and then restart and then play normal. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, but now you can't even beat one.
you got to get those killer tendencies out. So. Daniel, you getting sleepy, bud?
No, I just
You gotta go to work. Yeah, it is time for us to wrap it up
Yep.
too.
I definitely
Daniel?
think now's a good time.
Love you, bud. Chuckles, love you guys. It was great chatting with you guys, and definitely fun.
Absolutely. Thanks for being on, Dan.
Yeah, for real.
Hope I don't bring your views down too much.
No, you should be good. Just I just want to say I appreciate you not being a flake for once in your life. So
Yeah, and I want to say that it was really nice seeing that pretty face of yours.
Right.
people not watching the video are not gonna like. They're probably gonna think I'm a prick. Like,
You are.
No, but like you don't get my facial expressions in the video. You're like, Oh, hey, this guy's
All
joking.
those on Spotify?
I realized re-listening on Spotify, yeah, how dry my humor is.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm like, damn, I don't without my facial reactions, I don't know if I'd be able to get away with how dry my humor is.
Well, I know I wear all my reactions, my emotions on my face.
Did you say you love it, Dan?
I love listening to podcasts. I said I'm a huge podcast, like listening to them. I
And
love it.
we're not talking about podcasts. We're talking about me. Okay.
Oh, well,
We're talking about this
You're
podcast.
not that important. That's why I'm trying to.
I'm a pretty removable part of the podcast, I'd say. Yeah.
Are you just bringing up nothing but other podcasts right now? You're on a podcast. You stick to that one.
How dare you, Daniel? How dare you?
Well, never mind. Never mind. No, I hope this takes off for you guys. I think it will.
Oh yeah, no. Even if it doesn't, it's not.
Yeah.
For us, it's not really about it. It's more mind boggling to us that we're getting. I think.
Yeah.
I'm like, how in the hell do we have 900 views in 48 hours?
Yeah.
Because like gaming, I've been gaming for a year, and my views on there were like 50 for a year or something. It was horrible.
Well, I think the best part is the fact that we're getting together, we're hanging out, we're talking, we're chatting, and we just happen to put it on camera.
Yep, basically.
Well, the more content you put out there, you gotta have a positive mindset, man. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, but no, what I think we're saying is it's not about making it big or anything like that for us. It's just relaxing.
It'd be cool to see it become big, to listen to you guys.
Sure. And then I'll blow my heart because I can't handle stress. Thanks, Dan.
Stress of what?
Now we're going to be huge, and I'm not going to be able to handle the fame.
Yeah, you will.
It's going to go to my head.
Bring me back on, and I'll drop you back down.
There it is. I appreciate you so much, bud.
We'll call
with that, send it out. Send it out, baby. Send it out. Send us home.
And that's it for episode 9 of the Unadulterated Amateurs podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. Bye, Dan. Love you.
Peace, bud.